Yeah, I'm repairing a Dinky Toy Vautour 6dB Meccano, made in England, made in France this one. And I got this thrown in with another old oil lamp I bought. He said you can have it. And it's missing the back wing. Now I've looked up on eBay some of the other ones that are for sale, and I'm making a tin back wing. So I've cut it on cardboard first like this. So it's like this, there we go. And it fits in here like nicely. See that? I'll zoom in for you guys. There you go. So now it's fitting nicely like that. And then I put it on the tin, I tape it on the tin. And I taped it like this. Now what I want to do is make a double up. So I can put it around the wing. So I scratch that out. As you can see there, there's scratch lines. And then I flip it over. And then I get the other side and I scratch line as well, taped it and scratched it. And now I've got the wing, I can fold it around the back of this. And it'll be epoxied in and soldered. So that should work. We'll see. Now I'm just going to take a standard scissors and cut this out, right? I'll go back a bit because we're a little too close for this. There we go. I'm just going to take standard scissors. Let's cut it out in a little square first so we don't mess it up. Right? Quickly. There you go, it's out. I know, I'm ruining the scissors, so what? And I'm just going to cut this out quickly. Bang. Right on the line nearly. There's going to be very little cleanup on this. I'm getting better at this. And right on the line down here. Oh, this curve is a little tough on me. There we go. See, we got the double line. And now that V shape for the tail in one. I've left about 1 millimeter in the center for folding. I can't get around that. There. That's about right. Now there we go. That's looking good. Now if I can find my flat pliers here, I'll take that, run it right along that line and fold. See what I get. I should get fairly good wing here. Well, if that doesn't come out too much, I'm okay. That looks good. As you can see, I'm getting a nice wing thing. Now see, if you open this up a little, you can see what I'm up to. And that will fit over that in the end. There's an example of what I'm doing. That's gotta do a little fitting still, you know, and soldering and cutting, but I kind of like that. Might shape it a little narrower on top. We'll have a look at some videos and see some other images of the plane. You know, it's supposed to be way down the bottom here, but I can slot this and bring it down more. Anyways, that's where I'm at. And now I'll solder this closed, open this up, shape it a bit, cut it in the back a little so it slips in a bit more, make it fit better, solder the front, epoxy it on. Huh? You want to have a look at it closer there? And I still have to solder the two wings out. There. So I have it clamped on the back of the tail here, the bent over half. Now I've soldered the top edge here, as you can see, and down most of the spine here. Now I'll clean that up in a minute with the file, but if I take this clamp off, you'll see now how magic. See, that just pulls off. It inserts on. Now I got to put the two little fins on. But does that look good or what? Huh? Matter of just filling in a little, you won't know the difference. File this a little. We're getting there though. It's not quite nice. Quite happy with that fit. Huh? So we'll just file this a little and I'll go from there and I'll do the next move, which most likely be the fins, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Quite easy. About a half an hour there. So I've cut two identical wingtips. I'm going to solder them together to make it a little stronger. But remember, when you're soldering, to get rid of the plastic on the tin, guys. Emailing me your soldering isn't working. Right? You got to get rid of that plastic coating the tin. And let's look on the other side here. Whoops, moving a bit there. See that paint stuff? That's plastic there, look. And there's plastic on the silver there as well. Don't be fooled. You got to get rid of all of it. And then it'll solder really easily, right? Just scrape it all four sides off of these two wings, I will now. And we'll solder them together then. So I'm soldering this together. I don't know how much I got. A little bit of flux on this here. We'll bring it closer maybe. There we go, that's real. You got that? There we go. A little bit of soldering here. Gotta get hot. It's the solder jar thing here, right? There we go. We got tons of solder on there now because I wasn't looking. There, it's running nicely. Right on the end. That looks good. Now if you've got it soldered together and you still have a little crack there, you just put filler in it. The weld, JB weld, and it'll be fine. So there's our wing soldered. And so as you can see, it's going to go in the back of the plane here like this. It's not going in right now, but I got to clean it up a bit. And there you go, it's going to be in the back of the plane like that on the tail. Whoops, there goes the tail off. I've done a slot in the tail for it. Alright, so I'm going to go fit that now. So, I've soldered this on here. Now, there might be, sometimes you have a little crack or a little bit of a, back here is a little hole here, if you can see that. But don't worry about that. You clean this off with your Dremel now and use, when you're filling on the tail anyways onto the plane, JB weld, you can just touch that as well and then file it afterwards. So it's not a big deal. So sometimes I needle file these. I'm going to Dremel this a bit because it's a little thick in places. And then file it. I'm just giving it a quick cleanup. Sometimes it just takes too long to file. A little bit more and we're done here. That's looking pretty good. Just fire it a bit now. Yeah, the heater's running out the back. It's getting cold at night here in France. It was 18 degrees today, it was lovely. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep filing this. There goes the heater off. Keep filing this until it looks really clean. I know what I'm up against then, you know. I mean, that looks pretty good. Let's have a look here. Pinch it on there for a sec. Now that's beginning to look up, isn't it? It looks pretty good in the back, pretty straight. So yeah, I kind of like that. I'll just file this into shape and I think we've got it. Then we'll just epoxy her on.